A group of people wanted to belong, the door of a door, a legacy that has been passed along. And so these families began to build their dream, the sacred Jewish home of Chalutzim.
Guided by our past, we learn and teach and grow our tree of life, Tikkun Olam. We're not afraid to stand for what is right, planting the seeds to build a strong identity, loving kindness, justice, and community. I am Sinai, welcoming, loving Sinai, roots and tradition for the Jewish life's our mission, a shining light for me. That's why I'm Sinai, growing together, Sinai, found my connection. We're more than a congregation, we're a family. Standing here today, we know the journey's only just begun. Anive Atah, we build our future here with everyone. So join us to celebrate what's been and what will be. Together we'll make Jewish memories. I am Sinai, welcoming, loving Sinai, roots and tradition for the Jewish life's our mission, shining light for me. That's why I'm Sinai, growing together.
Shabbat Shalom. Nice to be back. Those of you who may not have even noticed that I was gone last weekend. Ki Eshmera Shabbat El Yishmereni. Just as we keep Shabbat, God will keep us. Those of us who are Temple Sinai congregants, we know this has been a difficult week for our congregation, and so there is something about coming into Shabbat and maybe being rescued or just refreshed by Shabbat. So glad to be home, glad to be back, glad to be among my congregation, all of you. We begin our service, page 128. 128. Hine ma tov umanayim. How good it is for us to be together.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Each of us enters this moment with a different need. Some hearts are full of peace and gratitude, overflowing with love and joy. They're eager to confront the day to make the world a better place. They're recovering from illness or have escaped misfortune, and we rejoice with them. Some hearts ache with sorrow. Disappointments weigh heavily on them. Families have been broken. Loved ones lie on a bed of pain. Death has taken a cherished loved one. May our presence and caring bring them comfort. Some hearts are embittered. Ideals are betrayed and mocked, answers sought in vain. Life has lost its meaning and value. May the knowledge that we too are searching restore our hope and renew our faith. L'chu niranena l'Adonai, page 130.
Lechunerandena, 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 Adonai. Lechunerandena, 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 Adonai. Naria, naria, v'tzuri sheinu, lekama fana v'toda. Naria, naria, v'tzuri sheinu, bismiro naria lo. Lechunerandena, 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 Adonai. Lechunerandena, 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 Adonai.
Bottom of page 131.
Yismechu hashamayim,
ישמחו השמיים,
yismechu hashamayim,
ישמחו השמיים,
yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim,
ישמחו השמיים,
yismechu hashamayim,
ישמחו השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. עיר המים, עיר המים, עיר המים, אומרו. עיר המים, עיר המים, עיר המים, אומרו. יעלו שרי וכל אשר פה, אז ירננו כל הצייר. לפני אדוני קיבה קיבה לשפוט הארץ, לשפוט תבל בצדק ועמים ואמונתו.
We welcome Shabbat as if we were welcoming a bride. Lecha Dade, page 138.
לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה בני שבת לקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד הוא שמו אחד ושמו תפארת לי תהילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה לקראת שבת לכוון אלך כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם דסולך זו מעשה במחשבת הילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה התעוררי כי בהורק ומיורי וליורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה.
We rise, we turn to the door, we welcome the Shabbat bride.
בואי בשלום הטרס בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת לקבלה.
Page 140.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת מזמור שיר ליום השבת להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון יגיד בבוקר חסדך אמונתך בלילות עלי אסון ועלי נבל עלי היגיון וחידון מזמור שיר ליום השבת מזמור שיר ליום השבת
every so often, Dad gets to be proud. So I am very proud that my daughter Yael finished her first year of college. She didn't flunk out. And she's gracing us with her presence for about 4 days before she heads off to Israel. So we're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to invite her to light our Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
For Baruch, page 146.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruchu et Adonai ha-mevorach.
Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
ומעביר יום ומעביר לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Mi chamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. גבעונה את יעקב, וגיל לא מתרזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, העל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום. השכיבנו אדוני, Hashkivenu Adonai. Eloheinu leshalom, try. Eloheinu leshalom. Vehamidenu shomreinu. Vehamidenu shomreinu. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai. Eloheinu leshalom. Vehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Hashkivenu Adonai.
Eloheinu leshalom.
Eloheinu leshalom.
Vehamidenu
Shomreinu
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing throughout the ages as a covenant for all time.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We rise for Amidah, page 164.
Yananai nai 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 Adonai. ינני ני 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 שפתי תפתח ינני ני 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 ופי יגיד ופי יגיד תהילתך ינני ני 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 אדוני ינני ני 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 שפתי תפתח ינני ני 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 ופי יגיד ופי יגיד תהילתך ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק אלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניכם למען שמו ואהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור עם אדוני מחיה כל אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחייך הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ברופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו ישנה עפר יחמוך על גבורות ומדומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יללוך הסלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
May be seated. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Praise be Adonai for Shabbat and its holiness.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer with love. May the worship of your people always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion.
Baruch atah Adonai המחזיר שכינתו לציון מודים אנחנו לך.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות Shalom bracha al Israel amcha tasim leolam. 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 Ki ata melech adon bechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon bechol hashalom. Shalom bracha al Israel amcha tasim leolam. Shalom bracha al Israel amcha tasim leolam. וטוב בעיניך לבערך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom bracha al Israel amcha tasim leolam. Shalom bracha al Israel amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
Before we take a moment for silent personal prayer, think about our friends and neighbors, members of our community, members of our own family who are in need of a blessing of healing, a healing of the body, a healing of the spirit. On this Shabbat, we are especially thinking about Osvaldo Barraza, Zelma Berger, Elliot Citron, Eliezer ben Esther Leah, Eliyahu ben Reuven Miriam, Elka Rock, Rita Gold, Marion Gordon, Sharon Greenberg, Joseph Grunberg, Shoshana Grunberg, Sidel Howitt, Ed Johns, Mindy Elizabeth Jones, Susan Jones, Jack Lieb, Bonnie Partridge, Shoshana Dvora Barchava, Barry Sugar, Nancy Simon, Ruvain Ben Zelig, Vitsivia Halevi, Aryeh Tzvi Ben Sarah, Kevin Webb, Peter Wells, Tema Bat Zelig. Mishaberach Avatenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yavarech v'Yireh Pei Et Cholim Kodesh Baruch Hu Yamalei Rachamim Aleihem v'Lahachli Ma'am L'Rapotam L'Hazikam L'Hachyotam v'Yishlach B'Mheira Refuah Shlema Refuat Nefesh u'Refuat Guf B'Tok Shar Cholei Yisrael Hashtaba Agalau V'Zman Kariv v'Nomar. Say Amen. Take a moment for silent personal prayer.
ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה
שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
Together.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
As a teenager, there was no class that I hated more than math. Numbers and counting and all the formulas seemed to have escaped me. I swore I would never need them. My parents, of course, assured me otherwise, and it seems that they were right. I entered rabbinical school with the assurance that this was the one profession that I would not have any math to encounter. Of course, those of you who are out there who are working on the budget right now know that that isn't the case. If I didn't have all of you to remind me, certainly God would have assured me otherwise. The truth is that all important things are counted. Our money, the way we love sheep, even occasionally a chicken before it hatches. And in this week's Torah portion, in Amor, we are taught, Usfartem lachem, and you shall count for you. In this context, the text is teaching about the tradition of Sfirat HaOmer, the counting of the Omer. During biblical times, the Omer accentuated the agricultural lifestyle of our ancestors. Each night for 7 weeks, the farmer would look with joy at his ripening crop, anticipating the approaching holiday of Shavuot, when he would bring a measure, an omer, of wheat to the temple. In our day, the counting of the omer is not as widely practiced of a custom. It's largely symbolic. But tonight I want to suggest a new meaning, maybe not such a new meaning, for this rather obscure ritual. As I suggested earlier, all important things are counted. But one thing that we often forget to count are our days. One of the tragic things about human nature is that most of us tend to put off living. We dream of greener pastures on the other side of the fence, and we often miss the flowers that are blooming right in our own yard today. This is the message of the Omer. Count your days. But not only count them, make them count. We begin the Omer after the first day of Pesach, after the day when we went free out of Egypt. We celebrate this freedom and apply its lessons by each day examining our lives, our accomplishments, and our spiritual progress in the same manner as our biblical ancestor, the farmer, examined his wheat. And what's the ultimate goal of these carefully counted and examined 49 days? They serve as a spiritual awakening as we approach day number 50, Shavuot. On Shavuot, we celebrate the giving of Torah, which will sustain this sense of freedom throughout the remainder of the year. And so the Torah teaches, Usfartem lachem, and you shall count for you. We must count and make count the opportunities that life presents to us. What we need most is not so much to realize the ideal, but to idealize the real. We must try to evaluate ourselves correctly and set realistic goals. We must put forth our energy to realize these goals. We must find joy in sunlight, in taking walks, in holding hands with those we love. If the world is cold, then we must make it our business to light fires. If you had a bank that credited your account each morning with $86,400, but carried over no balance from day to day, what would you do? You would draw out every single cent every single day. Well, you do have such a bank, and its name is life. Every morning, it credits you with 86,400 seconds. Every night, it rules off as lost whatever of this you failed to invest for good purpose. It carries over no balances. It allows no overdrafts. If you fail to use the day's deposits, the loss is only yours. And so the Omer reminds us, Usfartem lachem, you shall count for you, count your days, and make them count. Make life count. It is now the time for us to count the Omer. If you'd like to follow along, it's on page 570, I believe. Page 570.
Inneni mukhanum zuman, inneni mukhanum zuman, inneni mukhanum zuman, lekayem mitzvat aseh. Inneni mukhanum zuman, inneni mukhanum zuman, inneni mukhanum zuman, לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת העומר. Blessed are you, the eternal our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. היום 30 יום שהם 4 שבועות ושני ימים לעומר.
Today is the 30th day, which is 4 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. With that, we turn to page 586. We invite the congregation to rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, חלוסם חלקנו כאם וגורלנו ככל עמונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, those who have left us with the gift of memory. As I said, it has been a very tough week for our congregation as we have lost some very significant individuals to our community. And so we first remember Sandy Jo Gordon, Dr. Howard Sanford, Marilyn Beaumont, Marcia Friedman, Robert Lippman Cohen, all for whom we are observing Shloshim. And remember these, the Yortzites of our congregants, loved ones we have commemorated this past week. Leon Pippo Behar, Phyllis Gelb, Dave Goldberg, Ida Goldstein, Morton H. Marcus, Annie Mendelson, Raquel Peeknagura, David Robinson, Irving Rubenstein, Marilyn Seskin, Abraham Simon, Dorothy Wisner, Joseph Yance. We remember all those who are listed below who are remembered on our memorial plaques here in the sanctuary. We join together for Kaddish Yatom Mourners Kaddish, page 598. We invite the congregation to rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'galal v'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'elam olomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yittadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudashah le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Yehei shlama rabbah min shamaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved. Together we say, Amen. May be seated. Once again, I want to wish all of you a Shabbat Shalom. Say thank you to our service sponsors. Thank you to Cheryl and Stephen Parker in honor of their 9th anniversary. The Fintz and Fresco families in memory of Leon Behar, and Dr. Marty and Lynn Mendelson in memory of Annie Mendelson. We have a number of things that are coming up. I want to point out 2 of them in particular, and that is around around Shavuot. It is the last of our TSND talks, finding meaning in our Jewish holidays. Come May 17th, that's Wednesday night, 7:30. That'll be in my study. Come and learn learn about what I so often refer to as the Rodney Dangerfield of Jewish holidays, Shavuot, it just gets no respect. And come on, that was a little funny. It's really not funny because it's a great holiday and we should know more about it. And I promise you that if you come, as I have promised and delivered each and every holiday this year, come and learn something new and unusual and interesting. And then you can come into the holiday with a little bit more strength. With that, on the eve of Shavuot, which is May 25th, at 6:45, we are going to be welcoming, I'll say, a new friend, sometime in the future, a colleague of mine, Tori Green. She is a rising third-year rabbinic student and student not-for-profit management at the Hebrew Union College, the Reform Movement Seminary. I met her recently in Los Angeles. She is actually a Florida native, South Florida native, and she's going to be in town, so I imposed on her. She has been studying the stories and the practices and the liturgy of Mizrahi Jewry. Mizrahi Jewry are Jews from the Middle East, in particular Iraq and Iran and North Africa. And she is going to be leading a discussion after we view a film called The Dove Flyer, really about the final months of Baghdad's Jewish community, a Jewish community that had been in place for thousands of years, and in between 1950 and 1951, 130,000 Jews left Iraq, and most of them came to Israel and found a very different life there, experienced a very different life. And what did that mean? It will be, I promise you, a fascinating movie and discussion. That will be at 6:45 on May 25th. And then just a reminder, May 26th, on the next morning, we'll have Shavuot morning services with Yisker at our regular time at 10:30. Just putting it in your calendar, May 31st, at the end of the month, 6 p.m., come join us for a little light dinner, reception, and our annual congregational meeting. It is hard to believe another year has come and gone in our congregational calendar. Lots and lots to celebrate and lots to share with you about what will be coming up in the future. So come join us at our congregational meeting, May 31st, 6 p.m. You want to, Cantor, you want to introduce our...
Yeah, we're going to do a new song. How exciting is that? Okay, a new song. So 632, open please the prayer book on page 632. This is a traditional Sephardic song. You know that I learned it, I really don't know when, I think probably from my father, because he loved Israeli in Sephardic music. And this prayer is called Mipiel, meaning Mipiel umipiel yevorach kol Israel. From the mouth of God, all of Israel is blessed. And I want to teach you the song, at least the refrain, so that we can really sing it together. Is that the deal? Goes like this. Mipiel umipiel. Can we try that? Mipiel, Mipiel. Second part. Yevorach kol Israel. Yevorach kol Israel. If you put it together, it's Mipiel, Mipiel. Yevorach kol Israel. Mipiel, Mipiel. Yevorach kol Israel. Can you hear it only without me? And mi. Mipiel, Yevorach kol Israel. Mipiel.
almost know what I'm about to do. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to invite anyone under the age of 13, not naming names, Rachel, Lana, Carly, just putting it out there. If you want to come up and join me for Kiddush and Motzi, okay, you are welcome to come up and join me for Kiddush and Motzi.
Julian? No? I think you're still under 13. If I'm not mistaken. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza banu b'shabbat kodesho v'yava u'ratzon inchilanu zikaron למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
You want to try? No? Okay, then I do. Now you get seconds. All right, who's leading? Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, motzi lehem min haaretz.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Give me the Get it from me. Get it.
I don't trust you. There you go. Don't grab.
Shabbat. Shabbat.
They're sharing.
We want holla.